You wouldn't believe what I discovered when I opened that drawer. It was our 1-year wedding anniversary, and my wife, Yuna, was acting strange. She had been distant for weeks, but I thought it was just stress from work. I decided to surprise her with a romantic dinner at our penthouse, overlooking the city skyline. As I was setting the table, I noticed a piece of paper on the floor. It was a receipt from a store I had never seen before. My curiosity got the best of me, and I decided to investigate further. I opened the drawer where Yuna kept her personal belongings and found a photo of us, but it was dated a year before we met. Suddenly, I felt a chill run down my spine. What was going on? Was our marriage a lie? I felt betrayed, but however hard I tried, I couldn't shake off the feeling that something was off. But what if this was all just a misunderstanding? I needed to talk to Yuna, but she was nowhere to be found. I called her phone, but it went straight to voicemail. I was left with more questions than answers. Where was she? And what was she hiding? I met Yuna through a mutual friend, and we hit it off immediately. She was beautiful, smart, and charming. We started dating, and everything seemed perfect. But then, she proposed a contract marriage. She said it was just a business arrangement, and we would divorce after a year. I was hesitant at first, but she convinced me that it would be beneficial for both of us. I would get a significant amount of money, and she would get a green card. I agreed, but now I was questioning everything. Was our marriage just a sham? I decided to do some digging and found out that Yuna was not who she claimed to be. She had a dark past, and I was starting to think that she was using me for her own gain. I felt like I was living in a nightmare. I needed to confront her, but she was still nowhere to be found. I was starting to lose hope. Maybe I would never find out the truth. But then, I received a call from an unknown number. Meet me at the rooftop at midnight, the voice said. Come alone. I was hesitant, but my curiosity got the best of me. I decided to go, and that's when everything changed. I arrived at the rooftop, and it was deserted. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the shadows. It was Yuna, but she looked different. She was dressed in a black coat, and her hair was tied up in a ponytail. She looked like a completely different person. What's going on, Yuna? I asked. Who are you? She smiled and said, I'm sorry, Kaido. I never meant to hurt you. And then, she told me the truth. She was in witness protection, and our marriage was a cover. She was hiding from a dangerous person, and I was her only hope. I was shocked, but I also felt a sense of relief. At least now I knew the truth. But then, she dropped another bombshell. The person she was hiding from was her ex-husband, and he was a powerful man. He would stop at nothing to find her. I realized that I was in grave danger, but I was determined to protect Yuna. I would do anything to keep her safe. But then, I heard a noise behind me. It was the sound of footsteps, and they were getting closer. Suddenly, Yuna grabbed my arm and pulled me towards the elevator. "We have to get out of here, now," she said. And that's when everything went black. I woke up in a hospital bed, with Yuna by my side. She was holding my hand, and tears were streaming down her face. "I'm so sorry, Kaido," she said. "I never meant for this to happen." I was confused, but then I remembered everything. The rooftop, the footsteps, the elevator. It all came flooding back. And then, I saw him. Yuna's ex-husband was standing in the doorway, a menacing look on his face. "You'll never take her away from me," he said. I knew I had to act fast. I pressed the emergency button, and the hospital staff rushed in. They restrained him, and he was taken away. Yuna was finally safe, and I had saved her. But then, she turned to me and said, "I have one more secret to tell you." My heart was racing, but I was ready for whatever it was. "What is it?" I asked. "I'm pregnant," she said. "And the baby is yours." I was shocked, but I was also happy. I had never felt this way before. I realized that our contract marriage had turned into something real. We had fallen in love, and now we were going to have a baby together. It was a new beginning, and I was excited to see what the future held. It's been a year since our marriage, and our baby is now 6 months old. We're happy, and our love for each other grows stronger every day. I learned that sometimes, the things we think are mistakes can turn out to be the best things that have ever happened to us. Our contract marriage was supposed to be a business arrangement, but it turned into something real. I'm grateful for that day when I opened the drawer and found the photo. It led me to the truth, and it led me to Yuna. I realized that love can be found in the most unexpected places, and that sometimes, the greatest secrets can lead to the greatest loves. And as for Yuna's ex-husband, he's behind bars, and we're finally free from his threats. We can live our lives without fear, and we can raise our baby in a safe and loving environment. I'm grateful for this new chapter in my life, and I know that our love will continue to grow stronger every day.